So, welcome everyone. Welcome, guys. We do have one of the renowned personality in front of us. I am Anupam. You all know. We have someone whom we do have an opportunity today to interview and just bring in front of you all that how he came up in this world. He's a very known face of LTD community. People know him well. People respect him well. You all might be knowing that. So let's meet Alston Anthony, one of the very known face. And just please, we would love to hear something from you, Alston. How just to hear an introduction from your end.
Thank you so much for that introduction. I paid him $50 to say all those nice things about me. Really,
Oh
thank you.
no.
Thank you so much for having me. And it was my opportunity when you requested me to share a few things about. I'm not anything big or something like that. I'm just a guy with a digital agency. I have a passion to teach stuff and look into LTD for my personal use, and I like to share that with the community. That's it.
That's your simplicity, bro. Really, indeed, indeed. Yeah. Okay. So actually, everyone wants to know, even I, and who all might be saying this, that how Alston became Alston, how he came into affiliate marketing, how he started his journey. So how it all started, Alston. We would love to hear from you.
Okay, cool. I got afraid for a second. I thought when you ask how Alston become Alston, I thought, okay, I need to explain from the day I born and I need to explain all the stuff. I didn't realize you were asking me.
No,
Okay,
no, no,
cool.
no.
Basically, I know about affiliate marketing from the very beginning, from my school careers, to be honest, where I was consistently trying to earn a way of living, because I'm from Sri Lanka, where the living it's a third world country, so the living standard was not good. So I had to consistently look for a way of earning money online, because my family situation also kind of really bad. So that is where the passion for affiliate marketing, not just affiliate marketing, just earning anything from internet, to be honest. So that is where the passion came here. Started out with so many different stuff, and somewhere along the way I got ended up with Clickbank, Amazon products, or physical products, and Market Health. All these products I got ended up, and that's how I got introduced into the affiliate community. And I was not directly involved in digital marketing or anything like that. I try to run the affiliate sites or comparison site, micro blogging, even blog site. I do ranked a lot in those past days, because SEO was my main key. So that's how I started earning with affiliate commissions and affiliate marketing. After that, I slowly moved away to my educations and software industry and everything. Then when I start getting with a digital agency startup and everything, then after sometimes I got some interested into it and wanted to teach and want to be creating a community around it. Was a lot scary, to be honest, but that's how I again got introduced back onto the affiliate marketing journey. And now it's like almost a passion, and I really appreciate when people do support me by clicking on the referral link, even though I provide a non-referral link. So that is absolute blessing for me from the people who support me.
Exactly, Alston. That's really good thing you said. We actually personally, I have also noticed this thing multiple times. You always provide two links. The one, the affiliate one, and the other one is the original one. And knowing that when people knowingly do that, it actually touches your heart. That means you are showing utmost honesty, which usually is not seen in these days. So yes, I highly appreciate it, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not required by to do as a web practice, because only the reason will someone click on a link, actually because they are supporting. So essentially you don't need, but it's something my personal ethics I personally believe on. And to be honest, when I was a customer. For example, as I mentioned, right, I'm in a digital marketing industry. I tend to look for reviews to learn about new products. Whenever I see a product review or information video, anything like that, it always puts me off thinking whether this is an honest review or not, whether this is not a sponsored or just influenced on review. So I had a thought on back of my mind, okay, I'm not sure to trust. So that's I came up with a solution like, if I'm on that kind of shoe, what will I have to do in order to ease some of the thinking of the people who are watching it? And immediately it came into mind, okay, I'm going to specifically give both option, and if the people really wanted to appreciate me, and I'm not doing any bonuses or anything like that, just if they appreciate the value and just found it helpful, then they can click on that link, and I will also feel some satisfaction because I'm actually getting the action from the user who really appreciate it. So these are really good. And sometimes I get messages also from different users like, Alston, send me your link, looking to buy some products. So whenever we hear messages like that, where I'm not essentially giving anything back to them, but they are asking for it, that creates some satisfaction on my end, at least not monetarily, but as a fulfillment.
Really, that's really great, Alston. Earning money is a different thing. It's definitely a part of life. But when you do it from, that means the bottom of your heart, when you do have an intense desire that along with the money, I have to do something for someone, I have to give what people are looking for, it really gives a great satisfaction as well as the sign of being a well-being. Yeah, so
True.
indeed.
Earning money is but to be honest, having a source of income is the vital important thing for every single one, because they need to have enough money to support their personal family, their life, and everything. But there is a point where we should not lose our focus in that journey, where, for example, during this pandemic time, we see the value of the life. Like, and it does not matter whether you are rich or poor, anything can happen anytime. Like, I'm not sure whether I will live tomorrow. This is the day I know what I have. So if I can earn money and at the same time provide some kind of value, or just make a connection with another fellow human being, does not matter wherever they are in the world, that's the some satisfaction in my life. So agency side of you, I don't get that satisfaction much often, because it's just a project I'm working for a money, or a payment recurring or something like that. But when I create videos or share articles and everything, then it makes some create some unique sense of feeling, and we definitely need that. And I made countless friends connections through that. That's the most important thing for me.
Amazing, Aston. Amazing. I'm really delighted to hear all these things. Really, even I'm getting goosebumps that yes, how honest and good a person could be. Yeah. So, but
No. I'm not good. I'm not good. I'm not honest. I try to be as much as possible. That's what I try. I try really hard every day. It's really critical. Every time before I create a video, I try to say to myself, try to be objective as possible, because it's really hard to lose ourselves on focus when we start. Let's say, for example, I use a really good product, let's say SEO2. Immediately if I start creating a video, I will get some sort of my personal bias in also inside the video, where it not be accurate. So whenever I start to create a video article, I really try hard not to be biased. But some ways it slips out sometimes, and I try every single day to try to make it sure that I stay remain objective, because there are no best tool, only right tool for that. And we should only show the objectives of different tools, and we should not be showing our personal feelings or personal it's personal usage or biased in the review video. That's my personal, and it's a struggle. I try to do it every single day.
great, great, amazing, Alston. So, what I feel is that it would have been never easier. A lot of struggles, obstacles would have come to your mind, and in your life, probably Alston would not have been able to reach here in just a single day. It would have been a long journey. So, we would love to hear what all things you struggled with, you coped with to reach where you are now. So,
Uh, the first thing, most people got to know me through the Suspirate website, or most importantly, by my YouTube videos. The biggest struggle was creating the video. That's the biggest struggle. You wouldn't believe me. I haven't deleted my first videos in YouTube. If you watch it, you will see how horrible I am. And we never think of that some things might go wrong unless when we start create a recording video, something like that. Like for example, I will start the video and there will be a traffic jam near the house and you will hear all this honking noises and everything, or school time. We never
yes, yes.
expect these things to come again. And also I was really scared, to be honest, because I had a I was having in back of my mind. I was always thinking, okay, if I start creating a video, will others accept me, or they might think, okay, he's not relevant or he's not doing a good job, because we can feel some of their confident through the video. When we can feel the whether he's confident when he's doing the video, so that affects this trustability. So I was really scared to go out and show myself to all of us. For example, when we are creating affiliate marketing sites or AdSense or even working with clients, we are essentially not showing ourselves in front of the audience. We are not showing ourselves. We are not talking with them directly in a personal way. So we are okay with that. But when we are decide to go out and put ourselves, then the personal brand gets created. Anything you do affects that, both positive and negative. So when we think of all these things and the crazy amount of assistancy when I try to go the video, along with the technical difficulties, that was a nightmare. I need to find right mic equipment, video recording stuff. That was nice. And sometimes I still go back to my first initial videos and see myself, okay, this is where I was, and now I'm not big or something like that, but still huge improvement in terms of my confidence level and the technical stuff.
Great. I can really understand that. Yeah, people improve every day, and yes, that's really a very important part. That means very integral part of life. People improve every day, and then one day
Yeah.
they reach a level where they would have been expected in their past or in the near
Exactly.
future.
I really like one of a quote, which is my personal favorite, is that success is not perfection, but progression. Where it's not, your success is not going to come in a perfect way. It's going to take you in step by step. There's only progress. Does not matter you are doing a terrible effort, or you are doing something really bad. As long as you keep on doing it, as long as you keep on chipping away at it, one day you will reach it. So that's what I try to. I never go for perfect. Try to improve along the way and see whether it works for me or not.
Okay, great, really great, and we are very happy to hear all these things right away from your mouth, so that yes, we all can improve and
Hopefully
do
it's
like that.
useful for someone.
Exactly. No, no, yeah, it's indeed it would be. It will be. Okay. So Alston, I just also want to ask you shared a lot of knowledge stuffs in your groups, your YouTube videos. The best part that means which used to be is that always selling is not helpful. We all know you have to give something valuable to the community as well. You have to give valuable things, the knowledge to them, because ultimately in one way or two it will be very helpful for them. So how you
True.
gathered all these things, how you do these things in your groups as well. I'm very much engaged in your group as well. So I just see every time I hear something new that yes, this has happened, Aston had shared this thing. So how you plan these things, how you do these things. Yeah.
Uh, to be honest, there's not much planning on what I share or something like that. Whenever I find something useful, I directly share with the audience because I think it's relevant to them. And most of the news messages or tips, actually members share it with me and say, Alston, we have found about it. You can share it on your group. In that case, I'll credit them and I'll share it directly to them because they see the value on it. And for other stuff like SEO, WordPress, website, because I have been using all this for like 10 years, and my digital agency is fully based on what I do with SEO. I don't use PPC, I don't use social media. I know there are a lot of potential in it, but I am specialized in SEO, and that's what I've been using for my all my internet journey, like from affiliate marketing to my digital agency, client website, now internal projects. Everything is based on SEO, because I really love that with SEO, it's inbound marketing where I don't have to go out for look for customers. Customers are essentially coming towards my website. So these knowledges or experiences, to be honest, which I gathered, I'm happy to share with them, because two-way. One, I wanted to be creating something which I can be proud to say that at least a small percentages of users or people around the world can actually benefit from that and improve their knowledge to going forward, creating the next generation, just a small impact. So when I try to do that, I try to do it in both English and as well as in my original mother tongue language, Tamil, and try to create that and creating a value for them. For one, you have, when you're going off and creating your own brand image, your brand is your name becomes the brand, and it should be highlighted every single place. So I just don't want myself to be highlighted. No, sorry about that. I just don't want my brand to be associated with just reviews, promotions, sales, and everything. But I also want to really contribute myself and create something which I know. For example, that's what our community is about: sharing what you know and learning from others what you don't know. For example, I learned a lot from e-commerce with my friends, social media optimization, where I'm not an expert. So I like to share this teaching stuff which I for SEO, WordPress, or testing out SaaS tools, because I like to do testing myself. So whenever it's possible, I like to do that. And that's basically it. Everything comes for it. As long as you have the long-term vision of creating something important or something to be proud of, and the same time creating a recognizable brand, I should mention, person or anything like that, you should be consistently providing value more than you provide trying to make a sale or trying to make a commission, because that's how you earn the trust of it. And also, to be honest yourself, you're just not in it for a money, but trying to create something new. So that is what I go for with the value based
Really good.
content.
And that too, I also feel that earning trust is very, very important. That means you can earn money later on, but if you haven't won the trust of the people,
True.
you are actually not earning anything. So that's
And
very
also the pain point for that is earning trust is really hard, but losing trust can be done in like one single day. So that is the back of my mind when I try to do any sort of content, video review, testing the tool, because I'm not interested in making a one small commission or one quick commission or something like that. I want to keep them as personal friends. Like I like to talk to them, I like to help them. Whenever I log into my Facebook, I like to see that I get around 10 to 20 different unread message from all the members asking for my opinions, all these things. So that is something I feel value in it. So I never want to lose something like that. So that is a struggle, as I mentioned in the earlier time. Like I'm not perfect, but trying to be as much as good as possible.
all right, and very good. Fair enough, Alston. I would completely agree with you on this. Really,
Thank you.
do you know, I would like to ask you something about subscribe rate, your YouTube channel, the Facebook community. You have really built a very good community, I would say. So, would you like to give that means to tell our audience how you made that, how you earned those things? That means because it's a great earning to gather a community, and that means a
True.
precious community. It's a very good thing. How you reach there? How would you suggest that to the upcoming generation or the people coming in the field?
basically everyone has one of their specialty. For example, every different admin is specialized on something. One admin I know is specialized on social media. One admin is I know specialized on viral marketing. I know one person is really good at videos. So everyone has different specialties, and that's what I try to do myself. Yeah, as I mentioned, right, I really like SEO. I really use SEO for every single thing. So that is what created it. For example, I created SAS Pirate as a way of a deal aggregator site with the review option to review the product as well as list the product. And I just applied my SEO knowledge of the SEO principle, which I do for my internal or client projects, to that particular site. And it started ranking really well on the industry. And at the same time, I was also creating videos, as you saw probably, and it was one of my worst videos probably when it 2019. But I was doing YouTube SEO as well, where I was trying to rank the YouTube videos both on YouTube search engine and also Google search engine, and Bing. There's others also, but this was my point. For example, anyone who's looking to starting creating communities, really ought to get the initial members and moving away from it. So I personally feel whatever you're specialized in, it can be any unique skill or talent. Try to apply that into your growth process. Where I applied SEO, where people got to know me through my website, people not got to know me through article reviews I wrote or videos I wrote, and they came to the community because they were interested in what else it's there. So that was the initial stage of me, and it took 2 years, I think. I'm not sure the exact time, but I started around 2019 July, I think. And it was a slow and painful journey, but it was like every single new member I get, it was a milestone for me. And I don't think from a number point of view, but I just think, okay, there is a human being just like me on the other hand, which I decided to join our group. There can be fake profiles also like that, then that's no longer human, but it's just as of sense. And whenever I talk to them, chat with them, and give the time they deserve whenever I can, and try to be honest as possible, they stick with you. You don't need to stick with them, they stick with you. That's the concept I follow with my digital agency clients also. As long as you provide value and try to be honest as possible with them, you don't need to force them to stay with you, but it will work the other way around, where they will stay with us. So that's the principle I followed to build that community. Just focus on your specialization and provide value in some way. It does not need to be article, it does not need to be videos and everything. Whatever you feel will provide value to your target audience, that will be more than enough. They will stick with you, they will promote you, they will share yourself with your friends and everything.
Really great. Such amazing things I'm hearing. I'm also stunned that, oh, I can just, how can I gather all these things simultaneously in just one video? Because everything is precious. I just don't want to lose this thing also, this thing also. I just want to catch up and mug up all the things at the same time. So, yeah.
I'm still learning a lot. For example, I still see myself as a beginner. When it comes to community, there is always another person who is better at everything single thing you do. So you are never on the top of the mountain or something like that. Just always try to be in a learning mode and try to learn every single thing which you see, because the life is short and there are so much things to learn, right? So I try to learn everything as possible, and sometimes I apply it on my personal life, sometimes I apply it on my digital stuff, and so far it has been working for me.
Really good, really good. I just also wanted to ask Alston how your life changed after becoming this thing. I know there would have been some major, some drastic changes in you, in your family. We all love our families a lot. When you are able to do something for your family from your own hard-earned money, it's it's really a worth. When we give
True.
something to a father, to a mother, to our siblings, we actually give them from a heart that we have worked hard and then we are are giving them. So how are the emotions? How are you able to change your life after that? That I would love to know.
It's crazy when you get your first income or first money from internet. It's one of those memorable moments where I still remember my first $25 check which I got for working 6 months. I earned $25, and it was one of the memorable moment. I even wrote a full about page on alstonanthony.com because it was like crazy long, 15,000 words or something like that, where it's always a memorable moment because we see the struggle is just to making your first $10 on internet. Because if you can make $10 in internet, you can scale it up to $20. If you can make $20, you can scale it up to $50. If you can make $50, you can keep on scaling up. But just the first money you can make, that's always one of the most thing which we
Challenging.
won't forget. That's the thing, right? We won't forget it. So I got my $25 and I gave it to my Sri Lankan bank, like it's called People's Bank in Sri Lanka. And I went and tried to cash out the check, and they said that check was fake. And they
Oh,
mentioned that
wow.
they said this is not a real looking check. We have never seen a check like this. And I was like, I was to be honest, I was heartbroken. I was a bit teary also because I was
Really?
believing all these things. And one of the general manager actually said maybe we can do a bit more check, because this is not a private bank or something like that. It's just a public governmental bank where
Government
they
program.
don't have any international interaction that much, at least in this particular branch.
Really?
So they were like, okay, we need to check up on it and you can leave it and go. And I left the check there and I came to home and I was totally disappointed. And because this is like 6 months work and I believe this is the right thing for me.
Really?
So I got scammed a lot before than that. And this, I thought this is I found out something really genuine, because money amount does not matter. Just to get that in a physical form, that's actually that matters the most. So
Really?
I got the call back again like in a 3 hours time or something, and they just told me to come to the branch and they will talk about it. And I go into that and they were surprised, like, this is the first check we have processed in this particular branch ever from this bank. That's why we thought it was
Great. It
fake.
was
And it
fake.
was it was from Bank of America in America, and they thought it was a scamming or
I can
some fake.
understand.
Yeah,
Yes.
so they thought something like that, and it was like, okay, you got the approval. Now you will get the money in next 7 days. We need to process the check. I was like, okay, it is going to take another 7 days,
Another
but
7
just
days.
but just they confirming it was real. That was a life changing moment for me, and
Very
I was
true.
started working immediately because they said it was true. But at the back of the mind, I always kept a thought, okay, whether will I get the money or not. So I kept it. But after 7 days, they actually gave the money, which came out around 3,000 Sri Lankan rupees or 4,000 Sri Lankan rupees. I was totally shocked. And within that 4,000 Sri Lankan rupees, I still have the first 1,000 rupees note which I earned. I have not spent it. It's in my locker as a memento. I like to keep it like my first earning. I just keep it there. And from their point of view, as soon as I got the proof that I can make money, because there are so much people who are surrounded us will always say that it's not going to work, it's fake, you can't earn money on online. It's true. If they tried something and if it didn't work, they will try to spread that news also. So when
Really.
I was when I got that first payment, and that's it, then I have the proof. I don't need to listen to any single one. Just
Very
started keep working whenever I get the time. Like after school, I will come, I will start working on something. In the school, when I'm in a IT period, I will work on something. So something like that. And everything just created the domino effect. And I was thankful for that, because those experience taught me, and every single experience has somehow turned out good, and made me to come to this positions to do something which I like and live the life I really want, and to support my parents, because I have made them to early retire because they were working really, really hard to put me through schools and everything. Now I just want to take care of them and live out the life which I can. Not a big way. I don't earn like millions of dollars or hundred thousands of dollars. Just an amount of money which I can do and live a happy life and have a lovable family. That's it.
That's really good. We all are amazed, Alston, to hear all these things. Really, as I told you, and do you know, as you said, that every drop of water as is precious to fill in a pitcher.
True.
In the same way, every point of knowledge which you gain in your journey actually helps you to reach your ultimate goal or the target.
Exactly.
So, yeah,
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly, and knowledge is only the wealth where you actually can gain by sharing it. That other all wealth, when you share, you are going to reduce it. But knowledge, when you share with them, you will start discovering something more. You will reimpose your skills or knowledge. So that's what I try to do myself to stay in touch. For example, we take chemistry in our schools. Do we remember it still? We forget it after we like a 1 year past. Okay, done. I
exactly.
don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
But when we keep on sharing with others what we know, then we start remembering it. That's why teachers are there and they are good at what they do.
Really, really good, really great, Alston. Do you know? I just remembered one thing in the between that COVID came in between. It was like an earthquake for the entire world. What we can say, it changed everything. It affected millions of life, and the people suffered badly because of it. So I just wanted to ask: that have you experienced any effect or impact of that in you, or how you coped it with it? How you faced it in your past? So
Yeah, to be honest, it was one of the worst thing that's still happening right now, and people are trying to be aware. There are two ways it can affect: one, health and psychological way; another one is from the money or economical way. Where economical way, if I consider, definitely a big blow, because I'm from Sri Lanka, right? I told you Sri Lanka is a travel oriented country. The most of its revenue is coming from travel because it is known for its travel and affordable travel. So because of COVID, everything got locked down. Currently it's on one of the worst economical situations still. But even if we take money out of the equation, where we have to stop client work, we have to pause all the client work, we have to take that out of the picture, still people are dying. When the people are dying, it's not just one person, but a whole family dependent on them. We just see the death count as statistic, but it's essentially another person or family behind it. So I try to put health into consideration, because I don't care. As long as you are living, you are breathing, you can survive through anything and overcome anything like that. So this put me a lot of pressure into my. Still I have so many physical work I can't get done because of this, because I'm still in India. I haven't returned to Sri Lanka as of now, because for some specific work I have to be there in order to do it, because Sri Lanka is still not digitally advanced like some of, even like in India we can do everything digitally, but
yeah,
in Sri Lanka we can't do. So I need to go there, but I just put every single thing out of my mind and just try to focus on the things which I can actually control. For example, there can be so many business problems or personal life problems and everything. We can either worry about it or just can focus on things which we can 100% control and start doing it. So I just try to stay away from all the worry. I keep everything back of my mind, but only the things which I can right now do it, I can control it, I'll go for it. So that's the reason you will be seeing a lot of new videos, articles and courses and everything. That the only reason is because I'm trying to cope up with the problems I have and try to focus on something which I can do right now. So that everyone has some kind of difficulty. Just need to think that if I'm having a bad situation, there could be another person who's having a worse situation out there. We are just thinking from our perspective. So I'm thankful for everything which my career, my journey is able to do, and I'm able to work on something where I see a lot of unemployment. People are unable to find jobs. small owners are closing down because only a percentage of business owners will actually have a idea, or they need to be flexible enough to move into a digital capacity. And especially in Sri Lanka, where only Colombo is digitally advanced, and when we go into rural areas, suburbs and everything they don't even have a good internet connection and everything. So it just suffers a lot. And I'm just thankful, and we dealt with a really bad end with this, but just have to find our way through it and impact as much as possible with others and help each other. That's the way to survive. Simple.
Really good, really good, and such precious words, Alston. I would like to tell all of the people who are watching this that these are very practical things. Though we actually learn a lot of bits, we go through a lot of websites, but there is a lot of difference between theoretical things and the practical things. When you come to the real life situation, you face some things which you would not have imagined or learned anywhere. So that's a totally new situation which when you're going through, and ultimately you will have to find a solution on your own for that, because you're not gonna find solution anywhere else. Because so
True.
those are
When
the things.
we come when we come out of our college education or school education, we think we know the whole world back of our mind. We think we can get everything, but
Yes.
once you step out on the real environment, we started to realize, well, at least I started to realize all the difficulty and how practical experience or knowledge will come into play. So that's crazy.
Really good, really great. I agree with you, Alston. So, just one thing to ask, that what all suggestions, what all strategies would you like to share with the upcoming people? People are just getting crazy about that. A lot of people are coming into the domain, but they do not have any knowledge of that. Actually, many of the people have access to some of the things which can help them out, but still, there are a major portion of the criteria or the majority is there where they do not know the things. How should they start? How should they, in which direction they should give their efforts so that they can get a result? So how you would like to suggest them, what all things you would like to tell them, that how should they start and they go for it? So
Uh, Basically, most will not know, but I am a member of BCS, which is British Computer Society. Our core vision is like digital transformation. It can be for a personal life, a professional career, or a business environment, but digitally transforming themselves. Where we have seen is, for example, if we take the digital market in United States, it's completely different from a digital market in Sri Lanka, because there is so much technical and as well as a knowledge level of deficiency available when it compare both of these markets. So that's what I try to do myself. For example, I'll try to give the basics knowledge on every single field, give the basic knowledge, because the fundamentals are important. Because, and also, not every digital earning or business field will not be suitable for every single person. Everyone will have a different preference by their choice, or by their environment, or by their economical condition right now. So because of that, I'll try to provide, in my personal knowledge area, I'll try to provide the basic, ultra basic. It's not just a beginner education, but even if I go down a depth below and give the fundamentals really well. I'm still working on my SEO course, where I have just completed the beginner section right now, because I wanted to first show to the people whether SEO is the right thing for you or not. So they need to understand what is really important. Always apply your unique skill, because every single person has something really unique, which a skill or natural ability or way they shape themselves. They have something unique. Every single one of them has some kind of quality. So whatever you learn on internet from any source or any influencers or any educational course, always try to put your knowledge or your unique self into that and combine with that, because that will provide your competitive advantages. Because no one is going to have the same thing, because you are somehow putting your learned knowledge with something you learned throughout your life in your skill. Someone might be really good at podcast, someone will be really good at sales. So whatever you learn, try to apply with whatever you are gained to have the maximum capability, and start small. Don't look into go into really difficult industries, try to do difficult things. Just have the small wins first, because that will give you motivation and will keep you on the road focus moving forward. And just remember, digital is the present and digital is the future. It for example, we no longer see desktop softwares, right? Everything is SaaS based nowadays. Like before, we have to go and buy Windows CD and start installing. Now it's like it downloading and something like digital Windows installation, everything like. So
Exactly,
everything
exactly.
everything is digital. So either you can stay in the old age, but or you can move into the digital way. It's difficult, it's hard to cope up with, stay relevant, because when you are entering the niche, you're not just going to facing the people who are entering with you, but all the people who are doing this for 10 years, 20 years, or 30 years. You are going to face off with them. So try to have something unique, go with small goals to keep you motivated, and surround yourself with positive people, because that will help a lot moving forward.
Really good, Alston. I'm just amazed to hear such all things with you, and they are going to be very helpful for the people who are just planning to come in the industry or are very new to it. So definitely, it's going to help them in a very good way, and it will be fruitful for them. So yes, I just want to ask one more thing, that what are the some things or few things you would like to tell the people that they should avoid doing, the entrepreneurs, the business people, marketers, promoters, anywhere, some things which you would suggest them from your personal experiences that they should avoid doing while doing any kind of promotion or the entrepreneurship.
Something from my personal experience, I would say that if you are good at something, always keep it on short term, but for the long term, keep something which you are really passionate about, or something you really love to do. Because for example, I was really good at accounting, and I was really good at software engineering, and I got really good record test results, or I got a lot of opportunities where I tend to keep that in short term, because I know I am good at it. I can keep on doing it and growing myself, but that is something which I personally don't love to do in a long term. Because if I encounter a struggle or a problem, then it's really easy for me to stop, because I don't see interested on that. So as long as you get a good financial situation, keep your regular day job, your regular working which you're doing, keep that as a steady source of income. Never leave your steady source of job, career, or business to immediately pursue which you're really passionate about, or your focus on love, because you need to be stable in order to do that. So I personally kept with my software engineering, but I know that it's going to stay short term. And when I move on to my passionate industry, which is digital solutions, now whenever I see a problem, I see a issue, I see it as a merely a challenge, because that is something which I really love to do, and I want my life to be focused around to that. So I just see challenges and I overcome it. Like playing a game, we face a boss monster on level 33. I'm not going to stop the game and leave out of it. I'm going to find all the ways to beat that. So but you need to enjoy that particular game or business or digital strategy you face. That way you can overcome it just like game, but it's going to be difficult. But because of that, you need to have a stable a side gig or something to help you until you are fully confident, both financially and personally, when you are fully confident to move forward and go through it. So that's the basic thing I see. Most people either leave their current one to immediately start with this, which is good, it can happen, but just remember your environment, the people who are dependent on you, or the what you will happen if something goes wrong, what you choose, and make wise decision. But always keep a backup plan. When you don't have a backup plan, you are faced with like one life situation in a game. I play a lot of game, that's why I'm keep on going back to the gaming analogy.
Really good. Actually, people are able to understand it in a very easier and smoother way. Like, yes, they can relate everything with that. So that's good, Alston. I appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. So, do you have any plans in the coming days? Anything new which you are going to explore or anything new?
Basically, as I mentioned, I'm moving more into educational industry. I focus on SaaS tools and everything, but I always want to share the knowledge. So I'm creating, as you know, that all the SaaS videos, software reviews, all this testing events with my friends and everything. But I want to focus more on education aspect of it. One, how to use the tools you have bought for the maximum potential, at least my personal view, how you can use it for this particular use case. So I want to focus on that. And more importantly, whenever people were joining on my community, I asked them what is their issues. Most of the community members are small business owners or people who are really looking to use digital marketing to transform their businesses or their personal career. So I have a form. When they join the community, I asked the question to them, and most of them were saying that how difficult SEO was for them, and along with so many other issues. But this was one of the most recurring problems I kept on saying people were having to it, and luckily I have some experience on it. So that's what my plan is to it, where I have already created both introduction, beginner stuff and everything. But I'm not just creating on English, but I'm trying to create both on Tamil as well, because there are so many Tamil people around the world. Even though English is very common with every single person, but there are still so many people who are in Tamil community who are not able to understand it really clearly.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to create whatever things I create on English, there's a version going on in Tamil also. So I'm doing the dubbing also. So I'm creating, focusing on keyword research, link building, creating SEO, where it's not perfect SEO. It's like you're a small business owner. You don't need perfect SEO in order to rank. You just need good enough SEO with the tools you got on lifetime deal or in affordable price or even free tools. Most there are so many free tools out there, just going to show there and create value. And that's my plan moving forward. That's what I'm doing right now, creating this thing in digital marketing blog, YouTube channel, and as well as Udemy, all these places where I can find more target audience and create my personal self, and also be creating something to be proud of and to help someone else, where it's a self accomplishment, my personally, and at the same time I can earn money through it if by supporting them. I leave affiliate links, so when they see that I provide value, they click on it. So I just, and digital agency also there. So I work on money making on different aspect of it, but at the same time I can create something which I know that I want to be proud of, even if I am not living tomorrow. So just create something, and that is definitely moving forward, focusing on a lot of SEO, WordPress, and tools to you make use of for businesses.
Really great. And I'm very happy to hear such things, Alston. I'm really equally happy to conduct this session so that people are getting just a lot of valuable steps, a lot of nourishing things which they will be using, I think, in the coming days, so that they may just know, justify themselves, they may track themselves where they are lacking behind, what all mistakes they are committing that may did during their journey. So
Hopefully I kept it interesting. I didn't put anyone to sleep. Sorry about that.
no, really, really good, Alston. Thank you so much. One concluding suggestion or advice which you would like to give to everyone or to the community, the LTD community as in a whole, whom favorite you are. Yeah,
I'm not the right person to give community. There are so many experienced members, but
exactly.
just just don't lose track on small things. Just focus whatever the softwares or just in business, always focus on your life. That takes the priority, because we can talk about it community, we can enjoy it, have discussion, test new tools, but having a positive life, or just remembering the fact that you may not be living tomorrow, that's create whole sense of direction towards you. And don't afraid of testing new things, because I'm always happy to regret on testing something and failing on that, rather than just not testing itself. I don't want to do that. So that's what I'm doing. That's why even though some such tools, even though I'm not experienced, I put testing on the title and just go out and explore it, because it's like a new experience for me. So test out every single stuff and stay safe when buying lifetime deals also, because there are so many softwares on the market which can really help your business, because one time price, right? That's the reason. For example, even though I run a community, I try to create a video, do remember I'm also a customer for lifetime deals. I have almost like 300 lifetime deals so far in my collection, and I have like 3-layer backup. So if I have a graphic designing need, I have a main tool, I have a backup tool, backup tool, backup tool. So I have like 3 or 4 different tools for
Okay.
every single niche. So
Got
basically,
it.
this will lifetime deals can be very affordable and can help you to create or run your business much more effectively. And that's what was helping for me. I was a customer before a person creating videos or community, because I was using these lifetime deals for my businesses. Because when I was running business from Sri Lanka, I could not simply go out and purchase all the monthly recurring softwares, because it's not impossible for me when I charge a cheaper price in Sri Lankan clients. So it's not feasible for me. So that's where these lifetime deals were interesting for me, because I was able to get a lot of value and get the provide a better service for customers and compete with fellow competitors both nationally and as well as internationally. So these lifetime deals, there are a lot of potential. Just don't buy everything and just keep it not using the product, because that's not useful for you, and anything can happen with software founder, yourself, and everything. Whatever the tools you purchase, put it immediate use, so you will get a return on value. Even I created a how to be safe guide by based on my experience and all the other community members. So
Yeah.
just whatever you need, start purchase and use it immediately. If you feel it's not suitable for you, refund it, and don't just keep on collecting dust. Basically, that's it.
Yeah. Very good, and thank you so much, Alston, for being with us. It has been a great session, a great valuable session to say, which I guess everyone who will be watching this will be get benefited, will be taking that intention of that. So thank you so much for everything, for sharing the knowledge and having this great day with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was pleasure for me to sharing. That's why I told you, right? Don't let me know any questions, because I like to keep on the moment and just answer it honestly. Otherwise, I would have need to prepare all this stuff, and that not be would be not be honest, to be honest. And I like to keep it on
Really,
the moment, right?
really,
So I
really,
was happy to share it, and thankful that questions were not too difficult. Because when you told that you have a list of questions, I was like, I'm not sure what I'm walking into it. So
no,
I
no,
was
not at
thankful
all.
for the light questions, and
And
thank you.
I knew that Alston would be answering everything. I was quite confident about that. I wasn't having any hesitation in that. And that's why I just sort of that, no, Alston would be the correct person to help the other people also learn from him. So yes, and
Hey,
I'm very happy to think like that.
thank you so much. And I'm learning every single day from others. And just whatever I know with my limited knowledge and experience, I'm happy to share with others, because that way I'm also learning from my mistake or my gaps in my education. That's the way a community should be. And that's the way a human life meant to be. If you're not contributing to another person or just making an impact on another person's life, you're basically dead. So that's basically moving forward, and just that's what I'm trying to do.
Really good. Okay. Thank you so much, Alston. It was a nice session and hope we'll meet again. very soon.
Thank you so much, guys, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.
Thank you, Alston. Bye bye.